Hey guys and gals, Barn Owl here with a few tips and tricks on how to make money as a beginner in Anno. My number one tip is soap. You unlock soap as soon as you reach the worker class, and notice it is one of their needs. Soap provides 5 coins and 2 workers. You know, and that's all fine and dandy, but 5 coins is not going to go very far. Whenever I start, I typically inhabit 2 islands. Whether there's AI, whether there's not AI, I inhabit 2 islands. The first island is, of course, our main island. The second island is for soap. Now you might be asking yourself, Barnell, why do we need an island dedicated to soap? To answer that question, we need to look no further than the prison. So Eli Bleakworth's harbor here, he is buying soap for 384 gold coins. Notice our ship here is going to sell 17 soap to Eli, and this will make us slightly over 6,000 gold. And this occurs about once every minute. Whether we're negative or not, at least our main balance is actually increasing with the soap production. Now, what you want to do if you really want to make this big is you would get islands fully set up just to ship soap to Eli here and focus on that in the beginning. As soon as you reach about 500,000 gold, the next phase of our trade routes will begin. My number 2 tip for making money is another trade route. And this trade route will actually make you the majority of the money that you're going to make in this game. Notice I have 472 million gold right now. It's not because my people were making all this money in the beginning. It's because of this trade route that I made so much money. Unfortunately, for this trade route to work, you're going to need Enbesa. So if you have the DLC and you're able to go to Enbesa, as soon as you get established in the world here, you can begin this trade route. So keep selling soap until you get to about 500,000 or until you unlock Enbesa, and then we can start on this next trade route. At Katema's harbor here, he's buying pocket watches for 13,312 gold. This is available as soon as you unlock Enbesa. And you might say, well, Barnell, that's great, but you know, I'm not even making any pocket watches yet. How is this going to help me? Archibald Blake's harbor here sells pocket watches for 8,320 gold each. He has a maximum of 150 in the harbor, and he continuously produces more over time. I think you can see where I'm going with this. You buy the pocket watches from Archibald Blake for 8,320, and you sell it to Enbesa for 13,312. That is a profit of 4,992 gold per single ton of pocket watches. Now, I did say wait until you have about 500,000 gold in your pocket from the soap trade before starting this. And the reason for that is because if you wanted to buy 150 pocket watches, it would cost 1.2 million coins just for 150 of them. As I stated before, you want to wait until you reach about 500,000 and then buy up as many pocket watches as you can. From there, what you'll do is you will manually sell it to Katema's harbor here, and you'll make your 5,000 gold per ton on that transaction. So if you had 100 pocket watches, you'd be making 500,000 gold. I actually have several ships now on a trade route just selling pocket watches from Archibald Blake to Enbesa. That's how I have the amount of money that I have, is mostly by selling pocket watches and by selling soap. As you get those trade routes all set up, you could also sell cannons to Isabel, Sarmento's harbor. She buys it for 912. And as you continue building more and more people and gaining more money, you'll eventually unlock some of these. And you can see Katema actually buys these steam carriages for 66,000, the gramophones for 44,000. So if you're making any amount of these over what you need, just sell them to Katema and you will make a lot of money. Now, there are some min-maxing strategies that you can think about here too when it comes to your first trade routes. I typically try to buy Perfumier Prunella. The reason for that is because instead of tallow, the building processes wood. This is huge. It lowers the amount of workers that we need to actually make the soap, and it removes a step in the process to making soap. So all that we need now is wood, which is super easy to get by making wood cutters, and that will produce all of our soap for us. Another thing, with the new DLC, we have bauxite in the New World. There is a guy that I've been playing around with here, the military logistician. It affects the weapons factory. Productivity minus 50%, workforce needed plus 150%, maintenance cost plus 100%. But new input, instead of steel, the building processes bauxite, and you get aluminum profiles for it. So, like I said, I've been testing it out. I'm not sure whether he's the best route for this. However, I had tons of bauxite, so it just seemed to make sense for me. So those are the 3 trade routes that I use in the beginning of Anno to help get me set up for the future as I compete against the AI and dominate the world. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and I'll be back with some more videos here in the near future with some more tips and tricks for how to improve your Anno experience. Take care, and I'll see y'all later.